makers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India, will be at the Republic Summit once again this year. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us the video through WhatsApp on 730-4434-381. That's on your screens right now. The most compelling responses will get in house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. The big question, where is Shaista Parveen after Atiq? Questions essentially being raised about Shaista Parveen's presence. All's not well in Rajasthan Congress. It now turns out Sachin Pilot also looking for multiple other options. Well, it's the big setback for lobby. GN Sai Baba's case now referred back to the High Court. Historic same-sex marriage debate continues in Supreme Court. Centre files fresh affidavit. Maharashtra Minister Gulab Rao Patil raises eyebrows with Pawar play not over yet remark. Unrest continues in Sudan. MEA raises concerns over the safety of stranded Indian nationals. But 40 years of Mafia Raj in Uttar Pradesh was shot down in just 22 seconds. And since then, Atiq Ahmed's wife, Shaista Parveen, has been absconding. Now, she's not just the wife of Mafia Don, but also a prime accused in Umesh Pal murder case. She carries a reward of 50,000 rupees on her head and has been booked for extortion and murder charges. But the question is, where exactly is Shaista Parveen? Who's trying to save her? And when will she be arrested? The bigger question here is that for all this while, she's made multiple moves. In fact, there was a last show that she had shown in terms of appearing before the press and then raising this entire question about Atiq and the security of Atiq. There are several conspiracy theories that are already doing the rounds as to who exactly was behind the killing of Atiq. Was it the arch-rival of Atiq in terms of his real estate business, or was it someone from Shaista Parveen's family member who could be behind? Because given the fact that there have been larger concerns that have essentially been raised at this stage. Let me also quickly go across to my colleague Piyush Ori, who is getting us the latest details. But before that, we'll also put out some more details that we have with regards to the investigation that has been carried out so far. On your screens, the hunt for Shaista Parveen, how exactly is that being carried out? Is that the top priority right now for Uttar Pradesh Police? Joining us right now from Prayagraj is my colleague Piyush Ori. Piyush, just walk us through the details that you are picking up in terms of the investigation that has been carried out. One, it is Guddu Muslim. Second, it's Shaista Parveen. Two important targets right now for Uttar Pradesh Police for taking forward this entire case. What is it that you are picking up in terms of the investigation that's been carried out so far?
So you rightly mentioned, Shravan, that there are two prime targets of Uttar Pradesh Police of finding out where actually Shaista Parveen, who is not only the wife of deceased Atiq Ahmed, but is also the prime accused in the murder of Umesh Pal and also several of the dubious land estate dealings of Atiq Ahmed. So yes, that is definitely the prime target. And the second important target, as you rightly mentioned, is Guddu Muslim, the person who hurled bomb at Umesh Pal, which ultimately led to not only death of Umesh Pal but also a UP police constable. So these two are definitely the two most important targets of the Uttar Pradesh police, who are investigating not only in finding them but are also finding about whether these two may perhaps be also involved in the murder of Atiq Ahmed and his brother Ashraf. So yes, right now the investigation of the UP police is in finding these two targets. Now what we have been told by our sources is that as far as Shaista Parveen is concerned, she is being surrounded by over 30 women. Her location is in the area of Kachar in Kaushambi district, which is believed to be one of the strongholds of Atiq Ahmed. She is also being assisted by Sabir, who is believed to be one of the prime shooter of Atiq Ahmed. Now, there are several raids that are being conducted by the Uttar Pradesh police to get hold of Shaista Parveen, because of what we have been told by our sources is that Shaista Parveen wants to escape from Uttar Pradesh to West Bengal, and from there on she wants to escape to Nepal. Now, how true is it? It will only be revealed after Uttar Pradesh police gets hold of Shaista Parveen. The second most important target, as you mentioned, is also Guddu Muslim, who is also believed to have been involved in a lot of Hawala transactions of Atiq Ahmed in getting all the illegal weapons from Pakistan and other countries. So yes, this person is also one of the major targets of Uttar Pradesh police. In fact, in one of the conversations which the UP STF chief Amitabh Yash had with our colleague Harsha, he did say that Guddu Muslim is one of the most dangerous elements and he needs to be arrested soon. So yes, these two people are on the targets. Lastly, as what we have been told is that right now the last location of Guddu Muslim was found to be in Karnataka. So yes, challenges galore for Uttar Pradesh police to get these two major targets of Atiq Ahmed and thereby reveal more important details of what kind of dubious and criminal dealings was Atiq Ahmed really into. Back to you in the studio.
Well, in fact, we've got some more big breaking news now coming in with regards to the investigation that's been carried out. Let's put that out. The breaking news now coming in with this regard to the whereabouts of Shaista Parveen. Sources now say that Atiq's wife Shaista is believed to be hiding in Kachar area of Kaushambi. She is believed to be assisted by Shabir, a shooter of Atiq, and is also being helped by, or rather being assisted by, Atiq's sister Aisha Noori. So why exactly is Shaista Parveen so very important for this entire investigation? Does this really mean that the rule of Atiq comes to an end with him biting the dust? The question here is that Shaista Parveen was also very, very active, looking after all his properties, looking after his entire gang operation once Atiq had actually been behind bars, and that's the reason why Uttar Pradesh police says that first it's actually Guddu Muslim and then perhaps Shaista Parveen. Let me also once again bring in my colleague Piyush, who's joining us from Prayagraj. In fact, he's been tracking the story very closely. Piyush, you've spoken to your sources within Uttar Pradesh police. It turns out that Shaista perhaps would be hiding in Kaushambi is what we are picking up at this point in time. That's what sources, multiple sources within the police force basically indicating. But at the same time, some say that more than Shaista Parveen, right now the focus would be more on Guddu Muslim. Getting Guddu Muslim would be the bigger target, and then perhaps Shaista Parveen. So what are the charges that have been leveled against both? Just quickly take us through the details that you have.
So you rightly mentioned, Shravan, that Guddu Muslim is also a very important and perhaps one of the most significant persons that Uttar Pradesh police, not only Uttar Pradesh but also the special task force of Uttar Pradesh police is looking to get hold of. In fact, Guddu Muslim is a person who has been in criminal activity since 1999. In fact, in one of the exclusive conversations which UP STF chief Amitabh Yash had with our colleague Harsha, he did say that when he got hold of Guddu Muslim in 1999, it was from that time Guddu Muslim was involved in several criminal activities in which hurling bombs and killing persons was one of the prime targets. What we have also been told by the sources of Uttar Pradesh police is that Guddu Muslim is also very significant, taking into consideration that this person was involved in a lot of hawala transactions of Atiq Ahmed, and especially these hawala transactions was used in getting hold of several weapons that used to come from Pakistan through to Punjab through drones. So yes, the UP police wants to get hold of Guddu Muslim not only because of the criminal activities like murder and also the murder of Umesh Pal, in which he definitely is the prime accused, but also to understand about several of the hawala transactions in which he was the prime person who was assisting Atiq Ahmed. Besides this, yes, Shaista Parveen, who is the wife of Atiq Ahmed, is also on the radar of Uttar Pradesh police to get hold of, because not only does she knew about the murder of Umesh Pal, again in which she is the prime accused, but also she is believed to be a partner in several of the Benami properties which Atiq is holding, not only in Prayagraj but also in several areas of National Capital Region. So yes, getting hold of Guddu Muslim as well as Shaista Parveen is one of the prime targets of Uttar Pradesh police. Back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you very much, Piyush, for getting us the latest details. In fact, the largest team right now on the ground getting minute-to-minute update as to what's really happening in terms of the investigation. Right now, the focus essentially being on perhaps finding out where exactly is Guddu Muslim and also looking at Shaista Parveen. Shifting focus now to the other story that we are getting to you tonight. The big fight in the state of Rajasthan. Now, the allegation that was first leveled by Sachin Pilot with regards to no action has been taken so far. Now, yet another incident that's now grabbing the headlines is the widening rift within the Rajasthan Congress. The party is now essentially gearing up for a major overhaul in Rajasthan, where the rift between Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and his former deputy Sachin Pilot has just widened to such levels that months before the election there seems to be more and more MLAs who are now siding with Sachin Pilot. In fact, Rajasthan MLA Ram Narayan Meena has accused his own party of corruption. In fact, my colleague Amardeep spoke to the legislator. Listen to what he has to say, and then we'll go across to our colleague Amardeep, who's going to join us from Jaipur, getting us the latest details.
देखिए, मैंने जो कहा वो ये है कि कुछ एक मंत्री, देखिए एक मछली मैंने जो कहा वो ये है कि कुछ एक मंत्री, देखिए एक मछली समुद्र को गंदा करते हैं, कहा होता है। कुछ एक मंत्री जो इस स्थिति के हैं, उनकी वजह से हम चुनाव में जा रहे हैं, उनको इमीडिएटली पद से हटा देना चाहिए।
लेकिन क्या मजबूरी है
ये
कि
मुख्यमंत्री का काम है कि वो उसके पास सारे इंटेलिजेंस सब कुछ पता है, सब पता है, उनको कुछ न कुछ तो नयापन मंत्रिमंडल में करना देना चाहिए इमीडिएट।
आपको क्या लगता है कि क्यों मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत अपने मंत्रियों को, भ्रष्ट मंत्रियों को नहीं हटा पा रहे हैं, जब विधायक इतनी शिकायत कर रहे हैं उसके बावजूद भी?
देखिए, हाईकमान के प्रतिनिधि रंधावा जी हैं, बहुत समझदार है, सीजनड है और एक्सपीरियंस्ड है।
तो आपने जब 1-to-1 मुलाकात आपकी रंधावा जी से भी हुई होगी?
देखिए, मैंने जो कहा वो ये है कि कुछ एक मंत्री, देखिए एक मछली समुद्र को गंदा करते हैं, कहा होता है। कुछ एक मंत्री जो इस स्थिति के हैं, उनकी वजह से हम चुनाव में जा रहे हैं, उनको इमीडिएटली पद से हटा देना चाहिए।
लेकिन क्या मजबूरी है
ये
कि
मुख्यमंत्री का काम है कि वो उसके पास सारे इंटेलिजेंस सब कुछ पता है, सब पता है, उनको कुछ न कुछ तो नयापन मंत्रिमंडल में करना देना चाहिए इमीडिएट।
आपको क्या लगता है कि क्यों मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत अपने मंत्रियों को, भ्रष्ट मंत्रियों को नहीं हटा पा रहे हैं, जब विधायक इतनी शिकायत कर रहे हैं उसके बावजूद भी?
देखिए, हाईकमान के प्रतिनिधि रंधावा जी हैं, बहुत समझदार है, सीजनड है और एक्सपीरियंस्ड है।
तो तो आपने जब 1-to-1 मुलाकात आपकी रंधावा जी से भी हुई होगी, जब वो विधायकों का मन टटोलने के लिए आए हुए हैं, तो आपने ये सारी बातें उनसे शेयर की हैं क्या?
तो भीतर की बात मैं बाहर नहीं बता सकता,
हाँ।
लेकिन जो रिजल्ट है नेट, वो रिजल्ट मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ। मंत्रिमंडल के बारे में गांव में चर्चाएं हैं, मतदाता को चर्चा है कि मंत्रिमंडल में क्या हो रहा है। कांग्रेस करप्शन के खिलाफ है, और जब कांग्रेस करप्शन के खिलाफ है तो ऐसे लोग मंत्रिमंडल में रहने का मतलब है कांग्रेस को कमजोर करना।
Well, in fact, we'll play out that recording with the Congress legislator once again and get you more details. Let's put out the first details that is emerging from that Congress legislator who spoke to my colleague Amardeep, telling us about why exactly the rift is basically widening within the Rajasthan Congress. Amardeep, सवाल ये उठता है कि कितने सारे ऐसे एमएलएज हैं जो आज सचिन पायलट के साथ है, क्योंकि ये कहा जा रहा है कि सचिन पायलट को जो उन्होंने जितने कंप्लेंट्स थे उनके हाई कमांड के साथ, उनका कोई रेजोल्यूशन अब तक नहीं निकल कर आया है, जिसका एक ही मतलब बनता है कि कहीं ना कहीं जो सचिन पायलट पहले इंडिकेट कर रहे थे कि नई पार्टी बन सकती है, उसके लिए बातचीत यहाँ पे दिल्ली में कई लोगों से वो कर रहे थे, और अब कई सारे एमएलएज ये कह रहे हैं कि इस पूरे मसले के समाधान करना बहुत ही ज़रूरी है। कितने ऐसे एमएलएज हैं जो आज के वक्त सचिन पायलट के साथ हैं?
देखिए, एक अच्छा और बड़ा खेमा जो है वो सचिन पायलट के साथ पहले भी था, लेकिन अभी भी भले ही नंबर गेम अशोक गहलोत के साथ हो, लेकिन सचिन पायलट के साथ भी विधायक हैं जो सचिन पायलट के लिए ज़रूरी है, सचिन पायलट के लिए साथ में हैं। वो लोग अभी सचिन पायलट के साथ में हैं और खुल करके अब बात करने लग गए हैं, क्योंकि सचिन पायलट को लेकर के जिस तरीके की चीज़ें चल रही थी और सचिन पायलट को लेकर के आला कमान के बीच में जिस तरीके की चीज़ें चल रही हैं फिलहाल, क्योंकि दिल्ली से लेकर के जयपुर तक अभी सचिन पायलट का मैटर सॉल्व आउट नहीं हुआ है। आज कर्नाटक की लिस्ट स्टार प्रचारकों की जारी हुई, उसमें सचिन पायलट का नाम नहीं था, जबकि सचिन पायलट चौथे या पांचवें नंबर पे आते थे। सबसे बड़ी चीज़ यह है कि विधानसभा चुनाव में 8 महीने से कम का वक्त रह गया है और राजस्थान का जो मैटर है वो उलझता जा रहा है। एक विधायक का, कांग्रेस विधायक का, सीनियर विधायक का ये कह देना कि मंत्रिमंडल में कुछ मंत्री इतने भ्रष्ट हैं जो नीचे अंगूठे से लेकर के सर के बाल तक भ्रष्ट हैं, और जो फील्ड में जिनके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा विरोध है, लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत उनको हटा नहीं पा रहे हैं। इन तमाम चीज़ों को लेकर के कहीं ना कहीं 1-to-1 मुलाकात जब हुई है रंधावा से, प्रभारी रंधावा से, इंचार्ज जो है राजस्थान के, उनसे जब ये सारी चीज़ें बातें की हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं दिक्कत और परेशानी में राजस्थान कांग्रेस जरूर है, लेकिन इन सब चीज़ों का जब तक सॉर्ट आउट नहीं किया जाएगा तब तक उस तरीके से कांग्रेस ग्राउंड में नहीं आ पाएगी इलेक्शन में, जिस तरीके से वो फोर्सफुली आती है। भले ही राजस्थान के मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत इस चीज को कह रहे हो कि वो उस फोर्स के साथ में अपनी योजनाओं को लेकर के जाएंगे जिस फोर्स के साथ में उन्होंने सरकार बनाई थी। हालांकि सचिन पायलट दावा करते हैं कि सरकार उनके दम पे आई थी, अशोक गहलोत कहते हैं कि कांग्रेस के दम पे सरकार आई थी, लेकिन दोनों ही बातों में अलग अलग चीजें अब आगामी चुनाव को देखते हुए चैलेंजिंग हो चुका है कांग्रेस के लिए कि वो किस फेस के साथ जाएगी ग्राउंड में और किस फेस के साथ में अब ये चुनावी रणनीति तय होगी। अशोक गहलोत रहेंगे आगे या सचिन पायलट आगे रहेंगे, इन तमाम चीजों को लेकर के जद्दोजहद चल रही है। बहरहाल जिस तरीके से ढिलाई आला कमान ने रखी है, ये ढिलाई किसके लिए दिक्कत परेशानी भरी रहेगी ये देखना दिलचस्प होगा। बहरहाल मुखर होते विधायक अब कहीं ना कहीं सिरदर्द बनते जा रहे हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए।
Thank you very much, Amardeep, for getting us the latest news on what's really happening within Rajasthan Congress. It only seems that even before the High Command actually steps in, things are only worsening for the Congress party in the state of Rajasthan. A story that we are tracking very closely. We were the first channel to tell you that all is not well within the Ashok Gehlot camp and as far as the future plan of Sachin Pilot is concerned. Trust you, Amardeep, for getting us the latest and keep us ahead on the story. Well, in fact, let's just quickly once again play out that reaction coming in from the Congress legislator who, just like Sachin Pilot, has raised the same very issues, but he is essentially demanding that the High Command looks into the concerns raised by Sachin Pilot. Listen in to what a Congress legislator from Rajasthan has to say.
देखिए मैंने जो कहा वो ये है कि कुछ एक मंत्री, देखिए एक मछली समुद्र को गंदा करते हैं, कहा होता है। कुछ एक मंत्री जो इस स्थिति के हैं, उनकी वजह से हम चुनाव में जा रहे हैं, उनको इमीडिएटली पद से हटा देना चाहिए।
लेकिन क्या मजबूरी है
ये
कि
मुख्यमंत्री का काम है कि वो उसके पास सारे इंटेलिजेंस सब कुछ पता है, सब पता है, उनको कुछ न कुछ तो नयापन मंत्रिमंडल में करना देना चाहिए इमीडिएट।
आपको क्या लगता है कि क्यों मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत अपने मंत्रियों को, भ्रष्ट मंत्रियों को नहीं हटा पा रहे हैं, जब विधायक इतनी शिकायत कर रहे हैं उसके बावजूद भी?
देखिए हाईकमान के प्रतिनिधि रंधावा जी हैं, बहुत समझदार है, सीजनड है और एक्सपीरियंस्ड है।
तो आपने जब 1 to 1 मुलाकात आपकी रंधावा जी से भी हुई होगी, जब वो विधायकों का मन टटोलने के लिए आए हुए हैं, तो आपने ये सारी बातें उनसे शेयर की हैं क्या?
भीतर की बात मैं बाहर नहीं बता सकता,
हाँ,
लेकिन जो रिजल्ट है नेट, वो रिजल्ट मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ। मंत्रिमंडल के बारे में गांव में चर्चाएं हैं, मतदाता को चर्चा है कि मंत्रिमंडल में क्या हो रहा है। कांग्रेस करप्शन के खिलाफ है, और जब कांग्रेस करप्शन के खिलाफ है तो ऐसे लोग मंत्रिमंडल में रहने का मतलब है कांग्रेस को कमजोर करना।
Well, in fact, we have Rajendra Rathore, leader of the opposition of the Rajasthan Assembly, joining us on this broadcast. राजेंद्र राठौर जी, रिपब्लिक टीवी से बात करने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। सीधा सवाल ये करना चाहूंगा, पहले सचिन पायलट ने यह सवाल उठाया था करप्शन के मुद्दे को लेकर, अब दूसरे कांग्रेस के नेता रिपब्लिक टीवी से बात करते हुए वापस वही कह रहे कि जो बीजेपी के खिलाफ जो करप्शन के केसेस है उस पर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। कुछ लोग ये कहते हैं कि सचिन पायलट आप लोग से बात कर रहे हैं, जिसके कारण ये सवाल अशोक गहलोत को कहीं ना कहीं एम्बैरस करने की कोशिश की जा रही। दूसरी तरफ ये कहा जा रहा है कि दूसरी एक नई पार्टी बन सकती है, सचिन पायलट की नई पार्टी बन सकती है, जो आपके बी टीम बनेगी।
देखिए सचिन पायलट क्या करेंगे, ये क्या उनका स्टेप होगा ये तो वो जाने, परंतु उन्होंने पूर्ववर्ती सरकार पर उस समय आरोप लगाए जब सरकार अपना अंतिम बजट भी पेश कर चुकी है और सरकार अपने अंतिम वर्षों की ओर बढ़ गई है। सचिन पायलट जी 19 महीने तक राज्य के उप मुख्यमंत्री रहे और लगातार विधानसभा के सदस्य आज भी हैं। एक शब्द कभी मंत्रिमंडल की बैठक में बात करते, उप मुख्यमंत्री रहते हुए किसी मंच पर ये बात उठाते, विधानसभा में विधायक रहते हुए कहते पूर्ववर्ती सरकार पर उन्होंने आरोप लगाए, उन आरोपों को क्या हुआ तो समझ में आती। अब वो सीधा सीधा आरोप लगाने से बचना चाहते हैं, गहलोत सरकार पर आरोप लगाने से। और मैं समझता हूं कि रामनारायण जी ने जो 1 to 1 में बात आपको कही, रामनारायण जी राजस्थान के वो राजनेता है जो अपनी बात को बेबाकी में हर कहीं कहने की हिम्मत रखते हैं। ये विधानसभा के उपाध्यक्ष भी रहे, सांसद भी रहे और एमएलए भी रहे। इन्होंने जब ये कहा कि मंत्रिमंडल में कई मंत्री भ्रष्ट है, तो ये बात अपना प्रमाणित हो गई कि सरकार कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से चलती है, संविधान हमारा ये कहता है, तो सारा मंत्रिमंडल भ्रष्ट है। और ये कोई पहली बार नहीं, इन्होंने भरत सिंह जी जो इनके सीनियर हमारे एमएलए हैं कांग्रेस के, उन्होंने तो हर महीने सरकार के मुख्यमंत्री को पत्र लिखकर ये कहा कि खरपतवार है, भ्रष्टाचार की जो बढ़ती जा रही है इनको आप हटाओ। कई मंत्री विधायकों ने विधानसभा के अंदर मंत्रियों पर गंभीर आरोप लगाए। और तो और हमारे भरतपुर के पर्यटन मंत्री जी ने भरतपुर के दूसरे मंत्री पीडब्ल्यूडी मिनिस्टर पर आरोप लगा दिए, सड़कें इतनी घटिया बनी है कि वो सड़कों पर गर्भवती महिला चले तो गर्भ गिर जाए। और मुख्यमंत्री जी खुद स्वीकार कर चुके हैं, शिक्षक सम्मेलन में उनके सामने लोगों ने जब कहा इस स्थानांतरण में हम पैसे देते हैं। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि अब भ्रष्टाचार पर इस सरकार पर कोई संदेह करना कि भ्रष्ट आचरण वाली सरकार नहीं है, क्योंकि इंटरनेशनल ट्रांसपेरेंसी के सर्वे ने भी ये कह दिया कि जिन लोगों का सरकार से काम पड़ा 67% लोगों ने कहा ये सरकार में काम तभी हुआ जब हमने पैसे दिए। तो ऐसी हालत इस सरकार की है, यहाँ सारे मिनी मुख्यमंत्री बनकर लूट रहे हैं, ये किसी से छुपा हुआ नहीं है। जी
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद राजेंद्र राठौर, the leader of the opposition in Rajasthan Assembly, speaking to Republic TV, once again saying that the leader who spoke to Republic TV from the Congress camp is a heavyweight within the party. When he makes an allegation against his own party, then things are certainly not well within the Rajasthan Congress, a story that we'll be keeping a close watch. On the other side, a special story now coming in. Unrest continues in Sudan. Ministry of External Affairs raises concerns over the safety of stranded Indian nationals. We speak to some of those Indian nationals who are stranded there. On the other side.
"13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals."
RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents Republic Summit Time of Transformation, co-powered by Raven Group, manufacturers of electric cables and solar systems. Bharosa rakho, surakshit raho. Mine Super App and beyond. Knowledge partner Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, education for life, education for living. Infrastructure partner Rungta Steel TMT Bar, ekdam solid. MSME partner Ugrow Capital.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
Do you think there is a certain motivated opposition that is trying to wield control over the top court?
Anyone who chooses to misbehave with the Supreme Court and causes misdemeanor should be taken to task by the court itself. I think we just need some judges who just needs to get angry with this kind of behavior and take a call on it and take contempt notice on such people. Things will improve automatically.
The throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goal. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions to the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
you come from the Northeast, but then the concept of integrated India, Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat Ka, this concept is very relevant to every state and specifically the Northeast. So I think it's the balance and between that, and I think the leadership along with the flexibility in the constitutional framework that we have is really what will allow this beautiful nation of ours, which has this complexity, yet, as you said, the nation first approach is really what is a way to move forward in. And so I think there is always a way forward, respecting the different communities, respecting the difference that we have, and yet keeping the nation first is really the way forward that we need.
Do you think there is a certain motivated opposition that is trying to wield control over the top court?
Anyone who chooses to misbehave with the Supreme Court and
India's biggest news event is back. The third edition of a Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again this year. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-4434-381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event.